the Homesteaders of America YouTube channel. My name is Amy Fuel and I am the founder of Homesteaders of America Conference and Organization. We have a lot of fun things in store for you this year. The 2020 conference is getting underway and we actually have some extra time on our hands to do more educational things, and one of those things includes putting out more videos on YouTube. We have a lot of information all year long and we want to share it with you. So we're going to try to get a video out every couple of weeks and help you along the way. If you have any topics you want to learn specifically about, please leave a comment in the comment section of this video and we will definitely try to get to those requests if we can. So this week we're going to get started on seed starting, since that's what everyone is doing, and I have some tips for you that I think you're going to really enjoy. So we are all getting ready to start seeds right now. And starting seeds is a pretty basic thing, right? You put some dirt in a dish and you put your seed in and you watch it grow, right? Pretty much the way it is, but there are some things, just some simple things that you can do to help the process go along a little bit quicker and easier. So we're going to go over just a few of those things today. I'm sure there are literally hundreds of things that other people have done that could make the process amazing. And so if you're one of those people, throw a comment below and tell us what you do to help your seed starting process. But today we're just going to go over some simple things that I personally do on my homestead that makes my life a little bit easier and makes my seeds grow a little bit better. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is probably one of the most important things, and it's to find a reputable seed company. Now, that might sound like a no-brainer, but I've actually bought from seed companies where I had very, very little seed germination rates. And so when you're homesteading and you have a goal and you start seeds, you only have a certain window of time. And so I recommend a few different companies. I recommend Haas Tools. They have non-GMO seeds. They have a lot of different options for you. I really liked a lot of the ones that I've gotten this year. I've got mini bell pepper mix. I've got Kentucky blue pole beans. We're gonna try cantaloupe this year. So there's a lot of different ones that you can buy on their website, and they are non-GMO, which is awesome. Some other companies that we enjoy are Baker Creek Seeds, and then we also like Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, which is actually a company here in Virginia. There's other companies like Seeds for Generations and more homegrown companies, which are amazing, and we love supporting them as well. There's too many of those to really name, but I've named some of the big ones for you so that you can find them and find some seeds with them, and we'll link all of this information in the description below. Now, the one thing I do like about Haas Tools seeds are it has a germination rate on the back of each batch of seeds. So this batch, it tells you the lot number, it tells you that it had a germination rate of 90%, the date tested, and if it's treated or untreated. That is the one thing you need to think about with Haas Tools. They have treated seeds and they have untreated seeds. You can get either one that you want. You don't have to get one or the one specific kind. And so you just kind of need to pick which one you want. Everybody has different needs and wants, so it's a great option though, because a lot of seed companies don't have that anymore. So if you do want it, then you can certainly get that option when you order. Once you've chosen a good seed company, you're going to want to get some good soil. So when you order from Haas Tools, you can actually order a seed starting mix, which is really good, and it actually has, it includes peat moss, perlite, vermiculite. A lot of these seed starting mixes also include fertilizer already. So on the Haas Tool ones, you'll see, and this is actually one of the tips I have for you that I do every year. It says to wet thoroughly before potting, and we'll get to that in a second. Now, if you're not ordering from Haas Tools, there are other grow mixes you can get. One of those grow mixes, which this came from Haas Tools as well, is the Pro Mix Organic Seed Starting Mix. Ooh. Or you can actually find seed starting mixes at your local farm store, even at your local big box home improvement stores, and a lot of them do have organic versions now. Now, you can make your own too, which is really very simple, and something I might recommend if you are planting a lot of plants at one time. I'm going to actually throw up the recipe over here, and I'm going to link it in the description below. It's a great recipe that's actually from my book, The Homesteaders Herbal Companion. I use it a lot most years for seeds, herb seeds. It's great for the herb seeds and water retention, and just good, healthy soil for your seeds. But any of these options are good. Just make sure it's a really good water retaining soil mix, because that's really going to help your seeds grow well. The next suggestion, and we're actually going to get to the seed planting in a second, but I wanted to go over these really quickly because I feel like it's important. My next suggestion is don't skimp, okay? Do not skimp on good seed starting kits. This is one example of a kit. It comes with drains in the bottom, and it comes with a pan to go underneath of it. So it goes like this. And again, you can get this from Haas Tools. And it comes with a little greenhouse top, okay? So it looks a lot like this. And it will actually help, this cover will help retain water, it'll help retain heat, and it will cause your seeds to grow much quicker than without a top. Now, years ago, I would do this with aluminum pans, which I really don't recommend. If you are in a bind though, which I understand a lot of people are, you can do that. You can get the big aluminum pans that have the top. You can just get them at the grocery store, poke holes in the bottom, and do the same concept with soil blocks or just plant them in general. But the aluminum can leach into your soil, so I don't recommend that. But again, if you're in a bind, it's an option for you. So this is one seed starting option. This is a 24 count. I'm actually going to use 2 of these today to plant all my tomato seeds in. So I'm going to have 48 tomato plants. The reason I'm planting them separately from the rest of my seeds is because tomatoes can get extra leggy. And I don't personally use grow lights yet. That might change one day. But this helps them tremendously get a good head start. Your other seed option, which I really love, I do get these from Haas Tools because they have a really great option. So this is over 100 cells in this little thing for your seed starting, and they're good size cells. And they're square, but they're actually cone shaped, which helps the root system. And they do have, the holes on the bottom for drainage. Now you can get one of these, and I would suggest getting a pan to go with it. So it would just sit in here when you water, like that. And another great option is to just get these pans. These are really great, tech durable. You're gonna have these for a lifetime. If you want to use soil blocks, which we also do, we do a lot of different soil and seed starting things. This is a great option for soil blocks. This is huge. I mean, I can fit over 100 soil blocks in this pan. And then you just put your soil blocker on here like this, put your seeds in, and you're done. So whether you get the 100 plus cell tray or you just get one of these for your soil blocks, either option is great. Both options are great. Get both of them. But I'm doing these this year. I'm doing the soil blocks this year, and I'm doing these especially for my tomatoes. I really recommend these for your tomatoes. Now, there is some controversy around how to water your seeds. I'm a little bit different. This isn't like the right or wrong way. Whatever way you do is right, because seeds need water either way. But I actually like to water my seeds from the bottom. I find that there's far less mold on top in that scenario, in that situation like that. So in this situation, it's not easy to do that. But you can. You could take this out, pour water in the bottom, and put it back in. But roots naturally reach to the ground through the bottom to get water. And so I like to try to mimic nature in every way possible, even with seeds. So I will often water from the bottom instead of watering from the top, as long as you're making sure that each cell is saturated with water, and then you're fine. But you want to make sure the water is reaching the top, and in most situations it will very easily. I have also found that it seems to create a better root system, just in my personal experience. Now there are instances where I will just water from the top and be fine. It does help strengthen your seedlings to get that water. But since I don't use a grow light, my seeds can get a little bit leggy, and so I don't like to water from the top. I like to water from the bottom for that reason as well. We don't yet have a greenhouse. It's something that I'm researching for our new homestead, new property, but I haven't decided on one yet. If you could give me some recommendations, that would be great in the comments below. I would love that so much. I love going off of people's personal experience. But if you do have a greenhouse, you could actually start these outside, and Haas Tools has these germination mats that are really exceptionally efficient, and it will help your seeds grow very, very well. So check those out in the description as well. Or you could use grow lights, or you could just put them in your greenhouse, and make sure your greenhouse has some type of heat source so that they're not getting too cold and not growing at all, or getting a little bit frosty at night. All right, you ready to plant seeds? Let's get started. Alright, so what I've done is I've got an old canning canner here, and I've put my dirt in there. I actually used the hostile dirt with fertilizer, and I've wet it to a consistency where you want it to be not soaking wet, but wet enough to where you hold it, it actually forms some dirt clumps. So I'm going to get started on my 24 cell seeds and just pack them in here. Now you do want to make sure that you pack the soil into your cells really good. It's the same concept as if you were using soil blocks. You want that soil to be packed down in there. Because what's going to happen is over time, as you start to water your seeds every day or every few days, the soil is going to become compacted. And so you want to get it in there as tight as possible before adding your seeds. Now, to give you some idea of how far this one little bag of seed starting mix will go, I was able to wet it down and fill 2 24 cell trays with it. So you just want to make sure that when you're packing it in, you try to push them down, each one down, just to make sure. I've had some, I've already fixed them, but I've had some that really went really far down with the soil, and so I had to add soil on top. So that it's not a shallow cell. So just make sure you're pressing on them, and just to give you an idea of how much soil you need, this did fill 2 of the 24 big cell, which is actually the size of most soil blockers, the large Ladbroke soil blockers. So you would probably need 2 of these if you wanted to do more than the 2 24s. Now, if you remember, I'm doing my tomatoes in these. I've got some other tomatoes that I want to do, but from House Tools, I got sweet cherry tomatoes. I got a new tomato from them called Summer Pick Tomato, and I'm really excited about this one. I want to try it. I got the infamous Cherokee Purple and the Amish Paste. My goal this year is to can at least 100 jars of tomatoes. That's an ambitious goal, right? I also have other tomatoes. Here's another tip. I'm going to link this below. This is a really nice seed holder that you can get. It's actually not a seed holder. I think it's a card holder or something. And this is really great. You can actually put your seeds in here. So I've got some other seeds. Some of these are older, so I'm not sure if they're going to germinate very. I have some Abe Lincoln seeds. Some purple Russian tomato, which was a free seed from Baker Creek that I've never tried. And then I think I'm gonna do some more of the Roma tomatoes. All right, so I've got my seed trays ready. Now all you're gonna wanna do is just take your finger, it's really easy, and just make indents into each little cell. And about to the first little line on your finger. And then you're just gonna, after you put the seed in, slightly cover up the seed with your soil. All right, now I got my seeds, and I'm gonna start going down the row. Now, some people like to put 2 seeds per cell. I actually just put 1. Most seeds will germinate. If they don't, then I'll throw another seed in there later to help it germinate after a few days, but it's really that simple. Now I'm just covering them up with a little bit of soil, and they'll be ready to go. Now I probably will water these again once I'm done with all the seeds, but for now I'm just gonna cover them up. I'm gonna put my little thing in so I don't forget what they are, and we'll be good to go. And that's basically it. You have started your seeds with some great recommendations and some great soil and some great company, and you're gonna have an amazing year. It's gonna be awesome. Let me know if you have any questions, if you have any seed starting tips. These are just basic tips that anybody could give you, but sometimes you just have to hear it and you think, oh, why didn't I try that? So we wanted to share this video with you of just basic seed starting. It doesn't have to be complicated or hard. It's really super simple as long as you have the right tools. All the information in this video will be linked in the description. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, we would really enjoy it if you would. We have a lot of videos coming up for you this year from a lot of people. We are super excited about the conference this year. Haas Tools is actually one of our sponsors, and they are just really a great company to work with. They really love the homesteader and the homesteading way of life, so we recommend you check them out. They don't just have seed starting stuff, they have harvesting stuff, they have tools and equipment and lots of seeds, lots of different things for you. So go check them out. They are the Homesteaders one-stop shop for all cool things, okay? All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. Let us know in the description or in the comments what you're planting this year that maybe you haven't planted before. Have a great day. Happy homesteading.